Moving on now, 3 weeks after a U.S. court ordered a deadline, 565 immigrant kids who were separated from their families at the Mexico border are still in government custody. Among those, 24 are 5 years old and younger. Earlier this year, the U.S. government separated more than 2,500 children from their parents after families crossed the U.S. border with Mexico illegally. The separations were part of the U.S. president's so-called zero-tolerance policy. Donald Trump was forced to end the controversial practice in June and order the reunification of the families. Political activist Omali Yeshitela believes that the U.S. government is showing a complete disregard for law by keeping the migrant children in custody.
Well, the United States is a government that rules without regard for law. So even though they have constitutions and declarations of independence and statements about freedom and democracy, and they travel all around the world talking about that, the fact is that law means nothing to them. Only power, only the gun means something to them. And I would remind the people who are viewing this is that the borders that the people are accused of having crossed is an artificial border that was established by the United States government that stole half of Mexico at gunpoint and then drew a border there. The United States government cannot be expected to follow up on its word. It came into existence through separating children from their families, black people from our families in Africa, the Mexicans from their families in Mexico before it was stolen. That's the history of the indigenous people, the so-called Indians, from their families, people who still live in concentration camps that they call Indian reservations. That's America. And everybody would do well to understand that America cannot be taken at its word, that it has never had the interests of the people at heart.